Hey guys, Justin here with JHart Modelworks. It is time for another update on the Revell Shelby Cobra. We've had a good bit of progress, and we've had a catastrophe. Let's go and get the camera flipped around and talk about it. Alright guys, now before we get into talking about my catastrophe, I have a shop card. I haven't had any new shop cards in a long time. No one's asked for my shop card in a while either. So I was starting to think maybe these things weren't even a thing anymore. But I was watching Link's channel over there at Link Scale Models, and Link announced that he had a new shop card, and anyone who was interested should hit him up. So I did, and Link sent me his awesome shop card. Thank you very much, Link. I appreciate it greatly. Guys, go ahead and check him out. He has a fantastic channel. He's doing some great stuff. He's having a lot of fun over there, so go ahead and give him a check out. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at what we've got going on the bench. All right, guys, we're going to start with the body. This one breaks my heart. Our body's been sanded and has been polished. And then once we got her perfectly smooth, we applied some Nanobond ceramic coat. She is glass smooth. Absolutely gorgeous finish. It honestly does not get any better than that. I mean, that is flawless. All the dust nibs sanded out beautifully. She is flat everywhere, no more orange peel. Really happy. I went in and got all of the Top Studio 1.2mm rivets installed here for the snaps for the tonneau cover. It looks like there are a lot of them, but each one of these lines up with a rivet that is on the tonneau cover part that is in the kit. I'm not going to use the tonneau cover, so I used it as a guide and drilled through all the connectors on it and used them as guides for placing these rivets. So that's how many are supposed to be there. It looks like a lot to me, but they do look good. They look really good on that dark body. Also sanded and polished and looking absolutely perfect was the hood. After applying the ceramic coat, I dropped it. And when I bent down to pick it up, I rolled over it with my chair. Split it wide open. There's no real fixing this that isn't going to be visible. Now, this crushed my spirit for a bit. There were a couple of days I didn't even want to finish building the kit. We do have a plan to move forward. I went on eBay, and you can find with a lot of the American kits, if they're not completely out of production and they're not incredibly hard to find, you can find people who are parting them out. So someone is parting out the Revell Cobra kit. I was able to source a new hood. I had to buy the whole sprue, but I mean he was only charging like $5 or $6 plus a little bit for shipping. So it wasn't terrible. We have her in primer. This weekend, I'm going to try and get color on her. I cannot remember how many coats of the Phantom Red from the spray source I sprayed on here. So what we will end up likely doing is spraying our first 3 coats and then dipping the body and the hood in water to see how well they match up, and then spraying subsequent coats after that until we get a good match. After that, we can then work on trying to mask off this new hood to perfectly match those stripes, because I had done a fantastic job on the original hood. Those stripes were dead on. So trying to get them that perfect again is going to be a challenge. But at least we have a plan and we are moving forward. Our real progress is this interior. So we have our firewall is all painted up. There are some molded in lines here, but they just they don't look like hoses. They go straight up all the way off of the firewall. They looked kind of like weird little mountains, so I carved those out, and I have drilled a couple of holes in there for some 26 gauge wire, so we'll just run those and make those look like hoses. Our dashboard is in place and looking impeccable. Also in place are our door cards. Got our little locks in here. They fit in perfect in the little holes that I made. We also 3D printed up one of my fire extinguishers. These are available on my Colts 3D page. I just threw one right here along this back wall. This is where I see a lot of them on reference photos. Went ahead and stuck with the kit shifter. I was tempted to do my own, but that is just such an iconic shifter with that weird forward lean. I just had to keep it. So we cleaned it up a bit and painted up. Got some nice detail on there. Something else that we've done, if I can get the light in there, this kit does not have an accelerator pedal. I 3D modeled the one that you see in there, and I attached it to the underside of this firewall piece. But as far as kit parts go, all you get is that one part that has the clutch and brake pedals, which seems really, really silly to me because, I mean, why would you have a car with no gas pedal? So I just cobbled these together real quick, simple, dirty. They, like I said, you just glue this right up to the underside of the firewall, and it looked really, really good. You have to tuck it right up on that very edge though, because it's cramped in there. The brake and clutch pedal take up most of that wheel well space. So we got that sorted out. Our steering wheel is looking really, really nice. We did some wood grain on there. We do not have this installed yet. I want to make sure I have plenty of room when I go to install these seats from P24. I love how these turned out. All of the brown for this interior is Pro Scale Paints Clay Brown. Absolutely gorgeous color. And then for all those grommets, I just used some Vallejo steel. It's a nice, really bright silver. I applied it with a 0.9 millimeter mechanical pencil. It put those dots in there really well. It did kind of fill them up a little bit. So basically, when I flooded one, I would just take one of these sewing pins, these little straight pins, and I would just stab it down into the center of the hole, wiggle it around a little bit, and it would put that hole back into place. Everything looked really, really nice. I'm really happy with how these seats turned out. I do not have the seats installed yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to do racing harnesses or if I want to just do lap belts. I have some really nice racing harnesses that I picked up from someone on Colts 3D. My ribbon does not really love these racing harnesses all that much. So I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to go about doing this, what I want to use, if I want to keep trying to use the ribbon on these or not. It just doesn't want to fit, to be honest with you. He's using something on his photos that's really thin. It looked almost like a plastic. All I have is some ribbon, but this is the color I'm planning on going with. So our interior will just tuck up in there like that. Our seats will sit in there a bit straighter than that. And we'll just have that for some seatbelt ribbon material. That's the plan. I may not go with this. I may go with the black. I'm trying to decide. What do you guys think? Should I go with the black or the wine red? eBay is a great place to find building materials. 0.5 millimeter wire, 0.3 millimeter wire. The 0.2 stuff that I'm using for the wheels on the 275, if those wheels will ever show up. That stuff came off of eBay, plastic rod, you name it. A lot of that stuff you can get pretty cheap out of China or sometimes Japan and get that shipped over. I found that shipping things from Japan costs a whole lot more. That is going to be a wrap for this one, guys. I don't really have a lot of progress, but I think it was pretty good for what I did get done. There are a few things that we need to take care of. We need to finish up the interior. We need to get the seat belts figured out and get those in and get the steering wheel taken care of. Then we also need to figure out our chrome, because I'm trying to decide if I want to use the Alclad's black chrome or not. This is a test exhaust I sprayed in Alclad's black chrome. I like the look, but I'm not certain about it with those really, really bright rivets. So like I said, that's going to be a wrap for this one. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I always appreciate you watching the channel, and I will catch you guys on the next one.